My name's Carl Benfield. I'm from Benfield Timber Buildings. We're a timber building manufacturer, and I'm the managing director. Well, I took over the company in January this year, and we already had ISO 9001, but I wasn't happy that the actual compliance was being done by the team. It was just being done centrally. So we're looking to reaccredit it for ISO 9001 and then also get 14001 and 45001 within the next quarter. Well, prior to using Mango, we had a consultant that would come into the company and help write the ISO 9001 processes, and then they would sit in a paper file, never see the light of day again, and then everyone would want to know what ISO 9001 was. So probably quite a common experience across most companies, I think. Having been with other companies as well, the fact that people didn't know what the processes were meant that they would tend to operate in their own little areas of comfort, because they knew they were doing the right job, but they wouldn't understand what anybody else was doing. They wouldn't be able to stretch across and do other work when required, because we're a small company. And when things went wrong, there'd be this sort of general panic and just try and fix everything, rather than actually having some process to remedy problems. So yeah, the company would work when things were okay. It would tend to sort of fall apart a bit when things got a bit difficult. We introduced it in January. It's now June, so it was 6 months. Well, I think the main thing that Mango has given us, and the reason why I introduced it, was I really wanted compliance to be something that everybody shared. And the beauty of the system is everyone has access to it, and the relevant aspects of it, and not necessarily all the system, but they all get to input into it. They all take an element of responsibility within the compliance structure. Not only does that make for a much more effective organisation, it also means that I'm not carrying the burden of all that. Actually, everyone else is doing it, and I can actually get to run the company rather than worrying about compliance. So it has made, even though we're still fairly early days, it has made an enormous difference already. I wouldn't directly attribute any cost savings to Mango yet, but I can see things that we are about to implement that are going to absolutely make cost savings. So waste management would be one example. Actually having some more compliant waste management process will mean that we're going to be producing less waste, that waste will be much more refined, and therefore will cost us less to get rid of, and it'll be recycled. So all of that kind of stuff, and things, because I'm very keen on getting involved with the circular economy, making sure that we're part of that nothing that goes out of our factory goes to landfill ever. That all sounds quite burdensome, but when you're empowering your employees to think about all that stuff, when they're producing the improvements and ideas that will allow that to happen, actually you suddenly start to reduce the waste. So therefore you've got an immediate cost saving. That's just one stream. But things like equipment maintenance and servicing scheduling and all those kind of routines, where ordinarily you would have to employ someone to control all of that, Mango just does it by default. So I know absolutely, as the company grows, that we are going to be saving on labour, because we're not having to employ someone to run all of the compliance. So yes, we absolutely will save money there. When I purchased Mango, we did it through a consultant, and that's been invaluable, because not only has the consultant helped us get Mango on board, and the whole of compliance anyway is a complex piece of work, and Mango brings clarity to that, but that still means that Mango can be quite complex. And so using a consultant has helped us through all of that, and has been really reassuring. But also, of course, that consultant looks at us from a compliance point of view and goes, do you know what, this area of your business is lacking. You might want to focus a bit on that, or you've done really well here. And it's great to hear our consultant talk to us as a team when we do video calls and video training. And she's really encouraging each member of the team for embracing stuff. Because sometimes we go, well, we're not very good, we've still got a long way to go. And she's saying, no, you're doing brilliant, you're doing far better than most companies. So that's lovely to hear as well. So I would definitely recommend having a consultant on board to help through the process. Absolutely. I think in most businesses and in the manufacturing sector, of course, there's loads of compliance issues. But this whole thing of decentralizing the actions required for compliance and empowering employees, and even the newest starter employee can easily create an improvement, or can easily spot a health and safety issue, or can be given responsibility for doing a visual check on a tool. In many ways, it's not just about compliance. It's about team building, and it's about empowerment, and it's about all the good things that people want to get introduced into their companies. But generally, a lot of this stuff gets lost because things, life is busy and things get, you get distracted. But actually, if as a general living, breathing, daily activity, people are engaged in making the business better, I find that hugely energizing, and I think the team do too.